Yes, it is Sunday, which means it is the start of a brand new, fresh week. And that is one of my most favorite feelings because it's another week to get some new gains. And that always gets me excited. Even though I might not, you know, I don't always show my emotions a lot. I like to stay pretty reserved, pretty stoic, if you will. But trust me when I say it gets me excited. This is me excited right here. But it's also, again, it's Sunday, which means it's the Lord's Day, right? So I think it's very, very important that we all, no matter your religious affiliation, whatever, I think it's important we all take in part, if you guys can read this, of the Sunday Mass. And this is the kind of Mass I'm talking about right here. I want to put on some fucking Mass. And it all starts with Sunday for me. Start of a brand new fucking week, man. I'm ready. And another reason I fucking love Sundays, especially on the weeks that I take Friday and Saturday off, which wasn't this week, but whatever. I feel refreshed. I feel recharged. Now that feeling doesn't always last, but you should expect that if you're training with the right intensity and you're training hard. You're not gonna feel refreshed most workouts, honestly. Um, but on Sundays, I do, and it's a great feeling. So we're gonna start with some unilateral cable rows. Now, is it the same as for a lot of you that watch regularly? Is it the same as the plate loaded row machine that I use directly behind the camera? Yeah, I mean the movement is pretty much the same, but is there a slight different strength curve? Probably, because no one machine is exactly the same. Um, so I mean, generally yes, it's the same movement. It's gonna work the same. Would I be okay going to the plate loaded row machine and just doing that? Yeah, probably. But just for shits and giggles, just for something different, we're gonna do the cable row. And again, like I said, there probably are some slight nuance differences. Can I pinpoint them exactly? No, I can't. So don't ask me to. But I know, there's something that's different about it. And even if there isn't, it makes me feel like there is. It makes me feel better. I'm doing something a little different today. So fuck it. That's my logic today, and I'm sticking to it. Um, yeah, I mean, what do you think? Just like 3 sets. So normally I'll do 3 set on the plate loaded. I would do 3 sets unilateral, and then without having to switch anything, you could do a drop set after the third one, straight into both arms. I can't do that here. Maybe I could find the other handle to match this. Do my 3 unilateral sets each arm, and after the third one, find the identical handle. Like I said, throw it on there. I can kind of rig it up to do a drop set like that. I don't know. I'll mess around with it in between sets and see, but I'm ready, man. I'm fucking ready. I got my ab training done. I think the pre workout's starting to kick in. I'm starting to tingle a little bit. So let's get this back workout started. Again, it's all rows today. Tuesday be all kind of pull down, pull up motions. So, all right. Damn it! I have to be better about actually counting the freaking reps. I have no idea if I even did the same amount on each arm or what. My God. I'll say this though: the intensity with the last rep on each arm felt about the same. So if let's say I was way off with the rep ranges each arm, it felt the same. So I mean, I'll take that as a positive. Okay, not bad. Good start, I think. It's been a while since I've done these, so um, I had to kind of wiggle around a little bit and figure out where I felt best. In terms of turning in more this way or this way, how far to sit. I think I got it figured out though. So do a couple more, and I will try to do a drop set, but we'll see. I'm not gonna make any promises because the setup's just different here. So we'll see. All right, I think I'm gonna try to slide this bench back. Well, I don't know exactly how far. I don't want to hog this whole cable setup because I'm only using one side, but I only have two sets left. I think I can, you know, bust them out pretty quick. Hopefully before anyone might need this other side. But I want to scoot it back because, just to get a little bit better of a stretch. And I feel like my range of motion is kind of shortened. I mean, it wasn't bad. I could have lived with it if, say, someone was using this other side and I couldn't slide it back any. I could have lived with it, but since I have the option to be able to do this, actually, you know what? I might slide it back even a little more. I want to get that good stretch under control, and I think it'll make this a little better. So I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure I'm right. We will find out here in a second. Okay, I don't know if that was me sliding this back and getting just a little bit better stretch or what, but that was significantly better. And again, it could just be because it's the second set and I'm starting to burn a little bit. Whatever the case may be, I'm liking what I'm feeling. The only problem is I slid this back. You guys probably can't see, but I have some 10-pound plates pushed up against the rail coming down from the cable, the whole cable attachment, um, or machine rather. And I'm gonna have to kind of stretch my leg a little too far. So maybe I can get some 25s that are bigger and it feel a little better. Other than that, it was great. So I might actually do two more sets here. I know I only said three. I might do two more and go a little heavier in these next two. Try to bring my reps down to 8 to 10 and then do a drop set. So it'll be four sets here, but I'm feeling good. So, you know, I think that'll be perfect. Can you tell it's been a while since I've done these? I wrapped up the wrong hand on on the first one. I had it wrapped up and I was sitting on that side and I was about to start pulling. I was like, something doesn't feel right here. And then indeed was not right. Oh my goodness. All right. This was great. I only got one more in a drop set. I'm gonna add a little bit more weight. I might try to stick a 5 down there or something. Nothing crazy, but it's the weight really isn't that bad, so let's add a little bit more. Okay, so this is technically a drop set, but since I'm going from one arm to two, do I even really need to drop the weight on this cable setup? I don't know. So what I'm gonna do is not even drop the weight. I mean, what's the worst that can happen? It's too heavy. If it is, then I actually will drop the weight and do another one. So either way, I'm gonna make this work. Okay. Should I say fuck it and just do another one anyways? Yep. Let's do it. Time to get serious here. That was fucking perfect. I think I'm gonna stay right here. Whew, and raise this up 2 or 3 notches and do that kind of high to low row. Kind of like a pull down row combined. Still have not figured out the name for it, if there even is one. Um, yeah, we're gonna do that next. I'll tell you guys right now, I'm starting to become a firm believer in, at least when it comes to rows specifically, but even pull downs to a lesser extent, I guess. But I'm really starting to believe that, because you see most people doing rows at this typical angle right here, 90 degrees. Maybe they'll lean forward a little bit, lean back, whatever. But it's generally the same. And it's just right here. Um, but I'm really starting to believe that doing rows at different angles. No, but again, once you get to a certain angle, it's just a pull down. But low, a little higher to low, even higher to low, stuff like that. You could even do low to high, whatever. I'm starting to believe that it definitely hits your back in a different way with each one. Now, I might be saying something that you guys are like, duh. But again, I don't see anybody doing rows at different angles like this. It's always the same shit. Maybe some of you do. I never did, but I'm starting to feel like I have no studies or evidence that prove what I'm saying, but I feel the different areas of my back being hit when I raise or lower and hit the rows from different angles. Kind of just like your chest. You raise the bench up and do an incline, you're gonna feel it more in your upper chest. You lower it some more in the mid and lower. I'm feeling that here, and the more I do it, the more I like it. Again, I can't prove it. Maybe it's just in my head. Maybe I'm a little crazy. Um, maybe, but I feel something. That's for sure. I feel something different each time I switch the angle. So I'm gonna keep doing it, and in months and months and months to come down the road, we'll see. We'll see if there's any results noticeable. Um, but yeah, I'm gonna keep doing it, man. I love it. Oh boy. Yeah. All right, what do you say? One more in a drop set, and then I'll probably finish with something a little easier, but it's still gonna be intense nonetheless. I'm gonna push it like always. And actually, you know what? I still have a 5 lane here. I'm gonna throw it on there. Um, I want the reps generally around 15 on this, but I'm pretty sure I have been doing more. So you think 5 pounds? What difference is that gonna make? Yeah, I think that's 5 extra pounds each rep. So that's literally adding every rep. So maybe it'll bring me down around 15-ish. But yeah, we'll do one more in a drop set. See how it goes. It's okay. Not bad. Not bad. I got nothing to add to that. Let's just fucking move on to the next. All right. Does anything even really need to be said here? It's a cable row machine. Pretty fucking straightforward and simple, right? Even for a novice new beginner lifter, you know, there's not much you can do wrong here. I mean, not to say you can't do something wrong, but I mean, come on, it's pretty simple stuff here. Just gonna roll my ass off, see how far I can get. Probably 3 sets in a drop set. All right, that's pretty perfect. For how far I am in the workout, this feels fairly heavy. I mean, if I could add any more weight to it, I would, but I can't. So for what it is, again, I'm far enough along in the workout that it makes this more difficult than what it usually is. If I started with it, so I'm okay with that. I think I got 15 or 16. Maybe I'll only rest like a minute here, do it again, make it more difficult in that way. But yeah, pretty good. 2 more to drop set. Ah. All right, that is it for back. I do think since, oh my God, I'm fucked up. I do think since this is the week that I'm going to take 2 rest days, so I'm not going to train Friday either, which means I'm not going to hit shoulders or triceps, but I'm okay with the tricep portion. Um, I'll hit that again next week. But shoulders, I do want to get a little bit in today for that reason. So it's nothing. It's not going to be anything heavy, nothing crazy. I'm going to pick an exercise that more or less just for the exercise itself. That's what's going to make it difficult, not so much how much weight. So let's go bust out like 3 sets of shoulders, and that'll be it. We'll check out the pump. Fuck it. Let's go up to the 20s. One more like that, and we're done. Holy shit. Okay, no drop set is required there. I mean, goddamn, on my shoulders fucking lit up. 3 sets is all it took. Of course, that kind of makes sense because I just trained shoulders Friday. But again, I'm taking 2 rest days this week. So if I didn't hit a little bit of shoulders today, I mean, I doubt I would have hit any at all this week. Because, Fridays are my designated shoulder day. So 3 sets is all it fucking took. I'm done. Well, maybe not completely done. I might throw in a little bit of chest, but I'm not going to record it. We'll save that for tomorrow. Tomorrow's a designated chest day, but yeah, for the most part, I'm done. I might throw in 2, 3 sets of chest. It'll be quick, light stuff. Um, More just for isolation. Get that extra chest work in. But yeah, the next video we'll be posting. All right, Sunday, Sunday mass. I partook in my first Sunday mass ever. Well, the way I'm talking about it, no, this is like the thousandth and thousandth time. That's hard to say. Um, but in terms of the other way, this would be the first. I don't even know what I'm trying to say right now, but yeah, this is the Sunday mass. This is my kind that I like to partake in, man. Whew. And I have to say, this was a fucking awesome workout. Fucking awesome. Whew. I feel fucking awesome. Let's I mean, I don't want to waste any more time. Let's fucking check it out. All right. I think I got some pretty good stuff in there. And if I didn't, oh well, I guess. Oh fucking well. Let me zoom out a little. So I've kind of made the statement. This starts week 6, so I'm only 5 weeks in because I haven't completed week six yet. We just started. 5 weeks down, and I am down 11 pounds. Now that fluctuates, but 221 is the lowest I got. It fluctuates, up a pound or so, but I went from 232 down to 221, which is in 5 weeks. Oh my God, if I don't throw it myself here, in 5 weeks, that's like a perfect pace for me. It's basically 2 pounds a week, which is right around where you want to be if you want to hold on to as much muscle as you can. Now, I could be really drastic and fucking cut way harder than that, and in 5 weeks drop fucking 20 pounds or something nutty. But that's not what I want to do. I'm wanting to just slow, steady pace, so that way again I can hold on to as much muscle as I can. Um, Slow and steady wins the race, man. So again, I don't have a real timetable, which might be good and bad all at the same time because however long it takes. But then again, without a timetable, I'm not really gonna maybe push it as hard as maybe I would need to. So I got to watch out for that. But yeah, I mean, again, and the amount of weight is not even the main goal here. I've said that before too. It's more of a look thing. When I look in the mirror and I see what I want to see, I get as lean as I'm wanting to get to. Right now I'm 221. If that means I go all the way down to 200, I go all the way down to 200. If it only takes me to get down to 210, so be it. Whatever. But yeah, that's kind of where we're at 5 weeks in. Let's start with week 6. I feel good. I am motivated, determined. Like I say, motivation comes and goes, but even if it goes, I am dedicated to this. So uh, this will be probably the I need. Okay, I've been having people ask me when I'm going to do my first show, and I'm going to do one. But there's reasons why I haven't. I won't divulge into that too much. But basically, I'll say before this year is over, I want to do my first show. So if everything lines up right, this might be the last cut before the actual prep cut for my first show. So I'll cut here. I'll bulk again for a certain amount of time, 3, 4 months, whatever it is, and then hopefully right into my first show. I'm excited. Only good things to come, hopefully. But yeah, let's go. I'm gonna go wrap up with some cardio, and we'll keep the week going, man. Tomorrow we'll hit some chest.